The story of the US 1991 1-cent penny coin is one of those fascinating reminders that the smallest things we often overlook can carry extraordinary value. At face value, this copper-plated zinc penny is worth just a single cent, often tossed into change jars, left in car cup holders, or ignored at the bottom of purses and drawers. But as coin collectors know, appearances can be deceiving. Some rare examples of the 1991 Lincoln penny have captured the attention of the numismatic community, with auction prices reaching anywhere from $26,000 to $110,000. That kind of jump from 1 cent to a six-figure payday turns this little coin into an exciting treasure that people everywhere are hoping to stumble across. To really appreciate the significance of the 1991 penny, it helps to first step back and understand the history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person rather than symbolic figures like Liberty. From the very beginning, it became more than just money. It was a tribute to one of America's most beloved presidents, a man who led the country through the Civil War and gave his life in the fight to preserve the Union. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent has undergone design changes and material changes, but its cultural and historical significance has kept it in circulation for over a century. By 1991, the Lincoln cent had already transitioned from its original 95% copper composition to a copper-plated zinc alloy that was first introduced in 1982. This change was driven by rising copper prices, which had made it more expensive to mint the coins than their face value. So the 1991 penny, like others of its era, is primarily zinc with only a thin copper coating. The obverse design continued to feature Lincoln's iconic profile, facing right, with the word Liberty on one side and the date on the other. Above him were the familiar words, "In God We Trust." The reverse still showed the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to honor Lincoln's 150th birthday. If you look closely at the memorial, you can even see a tiny representation of Lincoln's statue seated inside, a detail that continues to amaze those who notice it for the first time. So what makes the 1991 penny special? Why are some worth only 1 cent, while others are valued as high as $110,000? The answer lies in condition, rarity, and minting anomalies. Collectors pay extraordinary premiums for coins that are exceptionally well preserved, free from scratches, discoloration, or signs of circulation. When a 1991 penny is graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC at a near-perfect mint state 68 or higher, its value skyrockets because so few coins survive in such pristine condition. Out of the millions minted, only a handful remain virtually flawless, and it's that rarity which fuels the bidding wars at auctions. Mint errors are another reason certain 1991 pennies are so valuable. Mistakes made during the minting process often create unique, one-of-a-kind coins. For example, off-center strikes where part of the design is missing, double dies where the lettering or images appear doubled, or coins struck on the wrong planchet intended for another denomination can all lead to significant increases in value. Collectors love error coins because each one is unique. A dramatic error combined with exceptional preservation can easily push the value of a 1991 penny into that $26,000 to $110,000 range. Another factor is collector demand. The Lincoln cent has always been one of the most popular series among collectors, both beginners and experts. It's affordable for newcomers, since most pennies can be found in circulation, but it's also challenging enough to keep advanced collectors engaged, especially when it comes to high-grade examples or rare varieties. This combination of accessibility and rarity creates a strong market, and when a rare 1991 penny hits an auction, there are always collectors ready to bid aggressively. Auction houses have seen some astonishing results from coins like this. Imagine holding a penny you thought was only worth 1 cent, only to find out it's been graded at the highest levels and attracts bidders willing to pay life-changing sums of money. The drama of the auction floor builds as bids climb higher. $10, $000, $20,000, then soaring into the six-figure range. When the hammer finally comes down, a penny once overlooked has become a treasure worth $110,000. These are the stories that make coin collecting so thrilling, because they show just how much value can be hiding in plain sight. The symbolism of Lincoln himself adds to the allure. Every time we glance at the coin, we see a reminder of a president who shaped the nation's history, fought for freedom, and preserved the Union through its darkest times. The reverse side with the Lincoln Memorial ties the coin directly to Washington, D.C., and to the legacy of honoring Lincoln not just in monuments but in everyday life. For collectors, owning a rare 1991 penny isn't just about the money. It's about holding a piece of history, a tangible connection to Lincoln's legacy, and a reminder of the values he represented. What makes coins like this so exciting is that they're not locked away in museums or hidden in vaults. They're out there in the world, waiting to be discovered. That's what fuels the passion of everyday people who search through rolls of pennies from banks, check their pocket change, or sift through old jars of coins passed down from family members. The idea that you could find a penny in your possession today that turns out to be worth between $26,000 and $110,000 is enough to inspire anyone to start looking a little closer. Collectors often say that coin collecting is like a treasure hunt, and the 1991 penny proves that point. It reminds us that sometimes the most ordinary things can be extraordinary when seen through the right lens. A simple penny, something most people barely notice, can carry a story of history, artistry, rarity, and immense value as time passes. Coins like the 1991 penny become even more significant. Those that remain in pristine condition will only grow scarcer, and as collector demand continues, values could rise further. That means the penny sitting in a collection today could be worth even more tomorrow. The next time you're handed a penny in change, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look. Check the date. Look at the details. You never know. You might be holding a coin that's not only a piece of American history but also worth tens of thousands of dollars. With rare examples of the 1991 Lincoln penny fetching prices from $26,000 to $110,000. It's proof that even the smallest coin can make the biggest impact. The 2005 United States 1-cent penny coin is a fascinating piece of modern numismatics that on the surface seems like just another common coin you might encounter in everyday change. But for those who understand the world of coin collecting, this particular penny has revealed itself to be far more than pocket change. While billions of pennies were struck by the U.S. Mint in 2005, a small number of them have shocked collectors with their rarity, condition, or errors, and those select examples have reached values from $17,000 to as much as $138,000 at auctions. That staggering price range for a coin that most people ignore in their wallets or leave sitting in a jar at home is what makes the 2005 penny one of the most thrilling stories for collectors. To truly understand why a 2005 penny can be so valuable, it's important to step back and look at the design and the place it holds in American coinage. By 2005, the Lincoln cent had already been in continuous circulation for nearly a century, first appearing in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Victor David Brenner's classic portrait of Lincoln on the obverse remained in use for decades, and in 1959, to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, the U.S. Mint replaced the wheat ears reverse with the Lincoln Memorial design. That design, by Frank Gasparro, endured for 50 years until 2009, when it was finally retired in favor of new reverse designs honoring Lincoln's life and the Union Shield design that came in 2010.so in 2005. Pennies carried the familiar and beloved pairing of Brenner's obverse portrait and Gasparro's Lincoln Memorial reverse. The obverse shows Lincoln in sharp profile, framed by the inscriptions "I in God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 2005, along with a mint mark indicating where the coin was struck. The reverse shows the stately Lincoln Memorial, a design that many Americans know well from countless coins in circulation. What makes the Lincoln Memorial design especially remarkable is that if you look closely, you can even see a tiny depiction of Lincoln's seated statue inside the memorial, an incredible detail given the small size of the coin. But what transforms a coin so common into one worth tens of thousands of dollars is not the design itself, but the factors of condition, rarity, and minting errors. Billions of 2005 pennies were struck, so finding one in average circulated condition is easy and holds only face value. However, collectors seek out coins that stand apart, whether through flawless preservation or through minting anomalies that create one-of-a-kind pieces. A 2005 penny graded by PCGS or NGC as Mint State 70, the absolute highest possible grade, becomes a prized collectible because so few coins survive in truly perfect condition. When such coins appear at auction, bidding wars ensue, driving prices upward to extraordinary levels. Even more exciting are the mint errors that occasionally occur during production. Error coins from 2005 include double die obverse and reverses, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. A double die error, where parts of the design appear doubled due to misalignment during striking, can add tremendous value. Off-center strikes, where Lincoln's portrait is misaligned, also create unique and desirable pieces. The rarest of all are coins struck on the wrong metal blank. Imagine a 2005 penny accidentally struck on a dime planchet or on a foreign coin blank. These errors are so scarce that collectors are willing to pay premium prices to secure them. It is examples like these that have pushed the 2005 penny into the astonishing price range of $17,000 to $138,000. What adds to the fascination of this coin is that many of these rare and valuable examples were discovered not by experts in laboratories, but by ordinary people checking their change. A shopper receives a penny and change at a grocery store, tosses it in a jar, and years later, while searching through coins, realizes they're holding something with a striking error. Another person might buy a roll of pennies from the bank for just 50 cents and uncover a flawless uncirculated 2005 penny that grades at the highest levels. These stories of unexpected discoveries fuel the excitement of coin collecting. The thrill that a single cent might turn into a life-changing treasure keeps people searching. Auction results highlight just how valuable the 2005 penny can be. When one of these coins comes to market, it often becomes the centerpiece of the auction, attracting bidders from across the country. The auctioneer's voice rises as the numbers climb. $10, $000, $20,000, then $50,000 and higher. Each new bid adds to the suspense until the hammer falls and the coin sells for an unbelievable sum, sometimes reaching that incredible upper value of $138,000. For the lucky finder or owner of that coin, the experience is unforgettable. Beyond its financial worth, the 2005 penny also carries immense symbolic meaning. Lincoln's portrait on the obverse reminds us of a leader who guided America through its greatest crisis, the Civil War, and who dedicated his life to the principles of liberty and equality. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse further ties the coin to national history, representing a place where millions of Americans and visitors from around the world honor Lincoln's legacy. Holding this coin is like holding a miniature monument, a tiny work of art that connects everyday life to the enduring story of America. The growing popularity of collecting modern era coins has also elevated the 2005 penny's place in the numismatic market. Collectors today, aided by technology and online platforms, can easily share discoveries, learn about rare varieties, and participate in auctions worldwide. This has expanded the audience for coins like the 2005 penny, increasing demand and pushing values higher. The fact that these coins are still circulating makes the search even more engaging. Anyone, anywhere, could stumble upon one of these rare treasures. For collectors, the 2005 penny has become an example of why it is essential to examine even the most ordinary-looking coins carefully. What seems like a common cent may hide doubling on the lettering, a misalignment, or another subtle anomaly that transforms it into something extraordinary. Each coin has the potential to be a hidden gem, and the possibility that a 2005 penny could be worth anywhere from $17,000 to $138,000 keeps the excitement alive. The rarity of these coins will only increase over time. As more pennies are lost, damaged, or degraded in circulation, the number of pristine or error coins will shrink, making the survivors even more valuable. Future collectors will look back at the 2005 penny not as an everyday cent, but as a sought-after treasure of early 21st century coinage. In the end, the 2005 United States 1-cent penny coin is more than just a small piece of copper-plated zinc. It is a bridge between history and modern collecting, a reminder of Lincoln's enduring legacy, and a potential life-changing discovery for those who take the time to look closely at their change. The story of the 2005 penny proves that great value can be hidden in the most unexpected places. The next time you hold a penny dated 2005, don't overlook it. Check its details, examine its condition, and remember that it could be worth far more than 1 cent. You might just be holding a treasure valued anywhere from $17,000 to $138,000, waiting to be recognized. The US 2014 1-cent penny coin may appear like nothing more than another small piece of change that passes through millions of hands every day. But within the world of coin collecting, it has become one of the most fascinating pieces of modern American coinage. When most people think of rare and valuable coins, their minds often travel to centuries-old gold pieces or early silver dollars that have survived through history. Yet even modern coins like the 2014 Lincoln penny have captured attention, commanding values at auctions that have ranged anywhere from $14,000 to an astonishing $1,280,000. That kind of staggering jump from 1 cent to over $1 million shows why collectors and treasure hunters alike never underestimate the potential of even the smallest coin. To understand why the 2014 penny is so special, it helps to first explore its design and history. By 2014, the Lincoln cent had been circulating for more than a century. Originally introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the coin has gone through several changes since then. For much of its life, the obverse design of Lincoln's portrait by Victor David Brenner remained unchanged, while the reverse shifted over time from the Wheatears design of 1909 to 1958 to the Lincoln Memorial design introduced in 1959. But by 2010, the reverse was changed once again to feature the Union Shield, symbolizing Lincoln's role in preserving the United States as a single, undivided nation during the Civil War. That design, created by Lyndall Bass and executed by Joseph Mena, carries deep symbolic meaning. The shield with 13 vertical stripes represents the original colonies, while the horizontal bar across the top stands for the federal government that unites them. The obverse of the 2014 penny continued to feature Lincoln's bust, his sharp profile still instantly recognizable more than a century after the design first appeared. Around him appear the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2014. It is remarkable how the coin's designers managed to pack so much meaning into such a small piece of metal, less than an inch in diameter. The penny serves as both an everyday piece of currency and a tribute to one of America's greatest presidents. So how does a penny minted in 2014, in an age when billions of pennies were produced, become worth anywhere between $14,000 and $1,280,000? The answer lies in condition, rarity, and error varieties. For a coin collector, the first thing that matters is preservation. Coins that have been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition, untouched by circulation and free from scratches or wear, are valued far higher than those that show the usual signs of use. A 2014 penny graded by top certification services like PCGS or NGC at a perfect mint state 70 can easily attract huge bids because there are so few in flawless condition compared to the billions struck. Error coins are another major factor. Mistakes at the U.S. Mint can create coins with striking anomalies that collectors prize as unique treasures. Double die obverse, where lettering or designs appear doubled, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and even coins accidentally struck on the wrong planchet, such as a dime or nickel blank, can transform an ordinary penny into an extremely valuable collectible. Some of these 2014 error pennies have shocked the numismatic world by fetching 5- and 6-figure prices. When one combines rarity with the allure of minting errors, it's no surprise that the upper end of value has reached well over $1 million. The story of the 2014 penny also connects to the broader fascination collectors have with modern Lincoln cents. Despite being the lowest denomination in circulation, the penny has become one of the most beloved coins among collectors. Its long history, its evolving designs, and its accessibility make it a favorite for beginners and experts alike. People can find pennies in circulation every day, and yet some of them hold stories that could change someone's financial life forever. That's what makes hunting for rare pennies so exciting. Anyone, anywhere, could stumble upon a coin worth tens of thousands or even over $1 million. Auction results bring this excitement to life. Consider the thrill of a collector who submits what they believe is a simple uncirculated 2014 penny to a grading service, only to discover it is a flawless mint state 70 coin with a unique mint error. The buzz builds as the coin goes to auction, and bidders, eager to own such a rarity, drive the price higher and higher. The auctioneer calls out the numbers, $20,000, $50,000, then $100,000 and beyond. The intensity grows until the final bid smashes records at $1,280,000. In that moment, a penny once dismissed as pocket change becomes the centerpiece of a major collection and a life-changing treasure for its finder. But the value of the 2014 penny isn't just financial. It also serves as a symbol of Lincoln's enduring legacy. Each time someone holds this coin, they are reminded of a president who guided America through its most turbulent era, abolished slavery, and fought to keep the Union together. The Union shield on the reverse reinforces that message of unity, reminding us of the sacrifices made to preserve the country. Collectors aren't just buying metal when they chase after a rare 2014 penny, they're buying a tangible piece of history and symbolism. The rise in value for coins like the 2014 penny also reflects how collecting has changed in the modern era. Thanks to technology, collectors now have more resources to identify rare varieties, share discoveries online, and bid on coins from around the world in live auctions. This global demand pushes prices even higher, especially for coins that are not only rare but also in immaculate condition. As a result, what once might have been dismissed as just another penny now commands a place of honor in the numismatic market. What makes this story even more engaging is that these coins are not locked away in museums. They're still out there, mixed in with everyday change, tucked into old jars, or sitting unnoticed in coin rolls at banks. Anyone could find one. That possibility is what drives treasure hunters to keep searching. Imagine finding a coin worth $14,000 to $1,280,000 in your own possession, hiding in plain sight. It's the kind of discovery that fuels the dreams of collectors across the country. As time goes on, the rarity of flawless or error 2014 pennies will only grow. Coins that are lost, damaged, or degraded through circulation reduce the pool of potential high-value pieces, making the surviving ones even more valuable. Collectors know this, which is why the competition for high-grade examples is so fierce. The 2014 penny is more than just money. It's a reminder of history, of Lincoln's enduring impact, and of the thrill of the hunt for hidden treasures. It shows us that even the smallest coin can hold immense meaning and unimaginable value. The next time you see a penny, especially one dated 2014, don't overlook it. Take a closer look at its details, its condition, and its uniqueness. You may just be holding something that isn't worth 1 cent at all, but rather something that could change your life, with a value ranging anywhere from $14,000 to an unbelievable $1,280,000.